Hello and welcome along to the stream as usual. Let me just check all the audio levels are okay and we're not absolutely destroying everyone's ears or something like that, because that would be terrible. No, it looks like we're not. We're absolutely fine with all the levels. So anyway, here we are back with another stream, again in early morning. Well, it's not early morning, it's afternoon now in the UK, but it's early morning everywhere else, so we'll see how it goes. So the plan is we are down on the ground in Flight Simulator X. Before someone says why aren't you in P3D, I'm flying in Flight Simulator X because I decided I wanted to, because this aircraft is in it. We're down on the ground in Exeter in the UK in the flybe q400. We're going to head across to London City. London City is a nice little airport, and it's a really strange one because it's got quite a steep approach. Now of course with FSX Pilot we won't really just ignore that. We won't really be able to see it, but it does have quite a steep approach. And then we're going to come back to Exeter, and then we're going to jump on Eurofly, and I'm going to start a long haul flight that I wanted to do, just so that we have a bit of variety. I'm not going to stream the whole long haul, but we will hopefully go
Nick
on
Cantos.
Eurofly.
Hello.
Hey Nick, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so we will do that now. So let me just
Microsoft Flight.
There's our flight sim, and we're just sat down on the ground, like I say, in Exeter in the q400. If I just do this, we get the avionics, but we're just going to go out of that for a second.
34.4% RAM used, CPU at 72.2%.
Right, we're generally alright on the RAM and CPU and stuff. It'll come down a bit as well in a minute, the CPU I'd imagine. Right, so what we actually need to do is plan the flight, because I haven't done any of that. So I'm going to just launch up Project Fly here, and I'm going to just sort some stuff out that we need to do. So I'm going to leave this music on just for 10 minutes or so while I just get us set up and actually get a flight plan across to London City, but we'll be absolutely fine. So
menu. Project Fly.
Right, I'm just going to wait for Project Fly to load. Have we actually loaded? There we have.
Fly now button.
So fly now. So we are EGTE, which is the code for Exeter. And we are going EGLC,
List with 1 items clickable EGLC London City.
which is London City.
110.
Right.
B1305
That'll do. That one right there. Flybe 1305. Their call sign is actually Jersey. That's what their call sign is. The registration for that, I'm just going to copy. So we've got Golf, Juliet, Echo, Delta, Whiskey today. Copy that. Click on this flight. Right, so we have to complete the booking.
Let's complete your flight number.
Flight number. Yeah, so our call sign is Jersey 2 Echo Golf. That's just our departure and departure time, whatever, which was already done for us. Scheduled flight, obviously IFR. Select aircraft. I'm going to add this to my fleet.
Out of list clickable. Heading level 3 added if you select privacy aircraft type. Clickable select aircraft. E. Clickable select an aircraft.
So we are oh, what's the code for this? Is it DH
778
D maybe?
List with 1 items clickable EGTE DHCA 400-8. Out of list with 1 items clickable EGTE DHCA 400-8.
That'll do, yeah, whatever.
Out of list airline. Clickable select E.
We're gonna go BE, which is the code for flybe.
Clickable BL, clickable BA, clickable Brugal, clickable LDY, clickable BLV, clickable BMJ, clickable BGL, out of list registration.
Where is it?
Clickable LDY, clickable Brugal, clickable BLS, clickable Brera, clickable Bezeros, clickable Label, out of list select an airline entity.
Oh, actually, maybe we have to do. For goodness sake, maybe we have to do
registration. Clickable select airline. E. List with 10 out of list with 10 items clickable out of list select an airline entity. E. Complete booking.
Project Fly goes really weird when it does this. It might be BEE actually.
Clickable select airline. E.
Come
List with 10 items
on.
clickable label and air. Clickable Bezero Services Executive. Share cockpit button. Explore back button.
I'll go back and do it again.
Navigation out of list button back. Your route heading level 5. Exeter Internet. London. DH 070 B1301 heading clickable level. D07.
It's just easier.
Account type. Deck 110 DH B1305 heading clickable.
Yeah, we're doing that one. Right.
Clickable. Select aircraft. Clickable E.
Select aircraft again.
List with 27 items. New aircraft button.
New
Out of
aircraft.
clickable select aircraft E.
So we're doing, yeah, the D, H, 8D again.
List with one out of list airline. Click on E.
Here we go.
Select
Airline B double E. That should be the code. There we go, flybe. Perfect. Registration, paste that in. That registration for the aircraft. The home base I'm going to set as EGTE, which is the airport we're currently at. And we will add this aircraft to my fleet. Then we'll just go back to select aircraft and that's the one. Network, we're doing it offline. Book and dispatch.
Clickable, sim brief, auto.
Right, we were going to do sim brief auto. Now, oh, I've just remembered, my sim brief is still on ERAC 1812, and I've got my sim on 1813, but it doesn't matter. Oh, it wants me to sign in. That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. There's going to be minimal change from one ERAC to the other. No one really cares. So it is.
Keep logged in. Edit protected 12 bullet. Keep checkbox not button login. Oh.
Right, are you going to log in for me? Simbrief.
Simbrief.com virtual flight planning solutions. ERAC cycle 1812. 08 November 18. 05 December 18.
Yeah, you see that should be on 1813, but whatever. It's going to make me a flight plan. That's all I need.
95%. Link graphic clickable Simbrief.
So we're still going.
Dispatch project fly document 1239.
Right.
Table with 5 rows and 7 columns. Column 3 text heading level 3. Column 5 EGNX
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. Hey buddy.
Hi Alex, welcome to the stream.
Column 1 arrow 25 heading level 3.
Now, where is our
row
one
column
that
6
we're doing?
GDRTC column 3 text heading level 3.
Here's the one we want.
Column 5 EGLCLCY heading level 3. Column 7 fly now button. Link briefing.
Right, so we're going to go briefing, just so I can see what we're actually doing. And it'll open up me a PDF here with the there we go. Oh. Yeah. Right, now we just need to make an FSX pilot flight plan. That's pretty much it. So I have an example one here that I always use just to copy the first part.
Example flight plan.
Here we go.
Example
So we'll just copy this.
Set user input on fly set user input on selected.
We'll just copy it.
Window.
It's just an example one.
PDF. Bookings project. Menu. PP. Internet. Unknown. Untitled note.
And we'll just do this. So
set destination. Set origin. EGTE character.
Our origin is EGTE. Destination is EGLC, London City. And then we're going to go run takeoff. Set speed 250. After departure. Whether we'll reach that in a q400, I don't know, but we can try. Now, where's my PDF gone? Right, it's here. Let me just find our cruise altitude.
Maximum tow 29,000. Estimated tow 20. AVG. Fuel ISPs. ALT. FL/017/0170/.
Right, it looks like they've only got us going up to flight level 170. So we'll just go set altitude 17,000. A rather low cruise, but obviously we are in a q400 and it might be a short flight. Why does it keep doing that? Give me my PDF. Right. So now we're going to go down to our routing and see what it's given us.
Departure ATC clearance. X/26 DCT Ipsos. DCT
Right, so we're going off
DCT X/26. Departure ATC clearance. X/26.
Okay, yeah. So we're going off runway 26. Then we're going direct to Gibso. So I'm just going to go waypoint 0.0, and it's Gibso. This is how you manually type out a and then, oh, that's literally it. Then we just go direct. So we're just going to go Gibso, then it gives us an arrival. And we're going direct to EGLC, so we'll just do that. It must be a really short flight. So we'll just go select EGLC and then go end. We can get rid of that briefing now, we don't need that. And then I'm just going to go and save this.
Save as dialog.
If it's going to work, because obviously...
Documents select.
Yeah, well.
Name split button. File name combo. Registration not select. File name.
So let's just call this EGTE to London City Stream Flight.
Exeter to London City Stream Flight note.
And then we have our briefing there.
Bookings project fly window.
And then all I'm going to do is just go to documents and cut this to flight plans. Then we're pretty much ready to get going.
Items view list.
I know this is a bit boring at the minute, but this is what they have to do in the real world before they can have some fun and take to the sky. They have to actually sort out their flight plan and get it all fixed up. Otherwise, you know, you can't just go.
0%, 22%.
Right, that's gonna dump my flight plan for me.
Menu. Flight.
Right, that should now be in there. So we'll get rid of that.
Menu. Documents row 1. Bookings project fly window row 1 column.
And we're actually ready to just go fly now on this.
Fly now button.
So we can actually see some info now. So, oh, I see why it's giving us 170.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures, yay turbo props.
Yeah, we're doing a fun turboprop today, the q400. So it's 139 nautical miles this flight. It's really, really short. It is operated though. Obviously our flight phase is currently pre-flight. So now we're just going to do FSX pilot. Get that going. How's our CPU going and stuff? We'll have a look in a second.
%, RAM used, CPU 86.3%.
Oh yeah, the CPU is getting rammed, but that's to be expected. It'll sort itself out anyway.
Menu. Track flight project.
Right. FSX Pilot's just loaded its usual stuff. So I'm going to go autopilot on.
Autopilot on.
File sub menu, flight list up, aircraft out.
We're just going to have a quick look at our aircraft options here. So this all looks good, but what I want to check
below 15,000 FT edit 1500 above 15,000 autopilot tuning parameters all required edit 3.0 bank seat pitch seat flare height
but the flare height
activate
I'm just going to adjust because we're not doing a manual speed. I'm letting FSX Pilot land this one today. I'm going to adjust that to, let's say, maybe 9.
Speed
0 is going to go, let's try, say, 7. The Dash 8 is really slippery on speed. You do not want to idle your throttles like you would in other aircraft, really, because if you do, you drop like a brick. But whether it's modelled in this aircraft, who knows? Right, okay. On that. Let's load our flight plan.
Preview window.
Come on, NVDA.
Preview win. Items view list. Taxi. E.
Just gonna be really slow. I think.
Eastminster GCL P7.
Yeah, we'll get there.
EDDL 11 of 90.
Where is the one we want?
EDDM model N.
Tell you what.
CYVR is CYY. D. EBBR. KTSO.
Yeah, it's just up arrow.
Emmanuel Oshina, what's been happening on the WhatsApp group and mailing list? I can't be bothered going through the 800 messages and emails, lol.
Oh, I don't blame you. Not a lot really, just the usual stuff to be honest. I had a bit of fun telling people that Eurofly 3 was cancelled because people were hijacking the mailing list and turning it into, well, they were talking about that they wanted a truck sim from Stefan, which obviously is not really the purpose of the list. So I emailed and said, okay everyone, Eurofly 3's off, everything's cancelled, we've changed course to a trucking sim, and then everyone started having a tantrum and going, you can't do that, no, and then yeah, so, but other than that, it's been absolutely... Ah, that's the one we want, that's our flight plan. Right, so we're all sorted, I think, with that. I reckon...
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
When I can get to this bloody Amazon Music thing, we can get rid of it.
Microsoft.
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music.
Bye. Right, we've got rid of that. That should help the CPU in it as well. Right, so here's our aircraft. We've loaded up with fuel and we're all ready to go. Let's see what's happening outside. Absolutely nothing by the sounds of things. So, all our flight plan... Oh my, has the sim just crashed itself?
Menu. Microsoft Flight Simulator X row 1 column 1. Microsoft Flight Simulator X, not responding.
Go away, phone.
Menu, 38.5% RAM used, CPU 84.1%.
Now that's interesting if it has, because I haven't had that happen for a while, especially with the
Emmanuel Oshina.
current
Ha ha ha, what a legend.
settings. Yeah, it annoyed everyone. That's interesting. And quite worrying, really, if it's just crashed itself.
Autopilot nav checkbox, edit multi-line. AP checkbox not checked. Menu.
Tell you what, let me try and get just this clean mem monitor thing that I have, just to clear the RAM, and then I'll just reboot it and see if we can do it that way. That's strange. I haven't had it do that in a while.
27.7% RAM used, CPU at 58.9%.
Right, let's just reboot the sim.
Multi-crew, Microsoft Flight.
Maybe I had it up too long. Who knows?
Autopilot main panel dialog, heading course 8.
Yeah, I haven't had to do that on stream. Especially since I optimised the settings for it a bit. But we'll let it do its reloading thing. We've
Murky
still
J
got,
Waters. Hey, what's up, RO?
Hi. Welcome to the stream, as usual. Yeah, we're just attempting to do a flight, as long as the sim is actually working. Yeah, we still have the flight plan, so we can just reload.
Autopilot main panel dialog.
But,
Menu. Chat row. Autopilot main panel dialog.
yeah,
Menu.
NVDA is also being really slow and...
Taskbar.
Let's restart the thing. NVDA is getting very...
Loading NVDA, please wait.
I don't know, it's just not very
Taskbar.
optimised very well. They really need to
One
do
moment.
some... Yeah, okay.
Menu.
Oh, of course, now...
One moment.
Alright, the sim is loading again. The sim...
Folder view list.
Steam thing is just doing its usual updating in one moment.
Autopilot chat row profile. Track flight Microsoft Flight Simulator X row. Microsoft Flight Simulator dialog.
Right, there we go.
Tab track set learn type free flight button. Press. Free flight dialog. Change. Space pressed.
It's probably it probably did it because of an out of memory error.
Microsoft Flight Simulator not
Basically
responding.
where the sim doesn't have enough memory to load all the stuff that it needs to.
36.7%.
Interesting.
Microsoft Flight Simulator registered dialog. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I'll just ignore that. It says it stopped responding, but it hasn't. It's just loading all the aircraft, so it just takes it a while.
Select aircraft dialog. All.
Right, let's do this again.
List. A two. See air NATO.
But we haven't got to do everything again. We've got the we have the flight plan, so we can just literally boost up the aircraft, and we should just be able to go this time.
Microsoft. Menu. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator X row 1 column.
Come on.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X row 1 column 1.
It's got the
Alexander's Vorse loves. Hello, Declan. I'm Alexander's. In Eurofly I am a Singapore.
Microsoft Flight.
Good luck. Did UKNNW some information about Russian translations of Eurofly?
Microsoft Flight Simulator dialog. Change.
I would imagine that... Let me go to the right airport here.
There are 15 active...
I would imagine with the Russian translation, is is version 2 in Russian?
Murky J Waters, totally hyped up for that trucking sim, haha, excellent lols.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad idea. I mean, a trucking sim would be fun for us, but not really now. I mean, it's a bit random just to switch to that.
List payload 7000 not select okay.
Right, let's just try and load this again and just see if it works. Yeah, I don't know, is V2 in Russian? Because if it is, then it's possible that that V3 will obviously be in Russian, but it really all depends, I think. Right, we've reloaded now.
Microsoft Flight Sim. 40.8% RAM used, CPU at 50.8%.
And we're looking a bit better on the RAM and CPU, so hopefully we're not going to have any issues. We'll see.
Balls steep. Hello. Screen is black.
Edit selected. AP checkbox not checked.
Interesting. Okay.
Autopilot on.
Yeah. Oh, the screen. Okay. Right. I see. Okay.
Files up.
I don't think there's a lot I can do about that without restarting OBS.
Edit selected 0.
Right. The AP's back on.
Files flight lives up. Load and run FSP run flight lunar.
Right, we still have our flight plan.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
So, avionics on. And let's start our engines. Finally.
Murky J Waters, Anything you can share about Eurofly 3? Nick Cantos, the dev was not joking? He is making a trucking sim? Cool.
Right, let me just start these engines, then I'll deal with any questions. Right, there's our aircraft all loaded.
41.4% RAM used, CPU at 63.5%.
Right, yeah, so the person who was on Twitch and said the screen is black, yeah, I've been doing some experimenting with what my system can handle, and I think it can handle some video, but I need to put the resolution up, and that would require me restarting OBS. So unfortunately there's not going to be any. I know that's not great for you, but apologies for that. Right, let's put this to bed once and for all. I promise everyone, the truck sim is not happening. It is a joke. The truck sim is not happening. Eurofly 3 is happening. It was a joke made by me because people on the mailing list were trying to talk about truck sims when it's about Eurofly. So it's definitely not happening. As for anything I can share about Eurofly 3, let me get up in the air and I'll see what I can do.
Flight, F, world, invoke, world, activate, time, go to airport. Invoke, dialogue,
right, so we are departing
26, okay.
off runway 26, which we're just going to go to because it's easier. And we'd also better set our flaps. Go. Thank you. That's better. Yeah, we haven't had any crashes of the sim this time around. Right, we all seem
Alexander's Vorslavs, in Russian is only grounds, dispatcher, and steward. I talk about full translation.
Right, that's interesting, okay. Not sure. I assume this is working. Yeah, all them things are on 0.
Autopilot reset. Nick Cantos, I like Eurofly so no problems. A trucking sim would be awesome though.
Yeah, it would be fun, and it's I don't know why all these headings are on 0. Let me just restart FSX Pilot because I think that's kind of bugged. It shouldn't be.
FSX active, FSX Pilot 2. Context, run as admin, folder view.
Yeah, a trucking sim would be.
Another instance of this program is already running. Application will space clean menu monitor unknown.
Yeah, well, it's not actually.
Microsoft folder stop running app micro track profile chat mail button Microsoft track Microsoft folder view list FSX Pilot context pin to start run as a folder view list FSX Pilot 232 of 38.
There we go. It should reload now. Yeah, trucking sim is something that would be really good, and if you because you've got the maps or Stefan has maps, you would think it might be something that would
autopilot on.
It still says 0, but it should be fine now. Right, let's just reload this flight plan here.
Items view list taxi not KGS Exeter to EK Exeter autopilot flight load and run save run flight
run
FS panel Microsoft flight
switching to true heading display for departure, sir.
Let's go.
Landing, strobe, and NAV lights on. Climb rate set to 1,500 feet per minute.
Hear those shaking sounds as
altitude
we go down the
set
runway?
to 3,400 feet. Speed set to 200 knots. Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. On. If a truck sim really was made, my truck would probably be the Volvo A60H articulated hauler. NAV on. Heading set to a true heading of 256 degrees. Speed set to 250 knots. Altitude set to 17,000 feet.
And off we go, pretty much.
Next waypoint Gibso selected.
Going direct to Gibso is our first waypoint. Yeah, a truck sim would be really
Murky
really
J
fun.
Waters, I just love that sound.
Yeah, there goes those props. That's us from the ground.
Nick Cantos, the only thing I know about trucks are Peterbuilt or Mac.
Yeah, I think it's I think it was Josh or Orinx that said on the list yesterday, it would have almost been better if Stefan had started with a truck sim and then gone to Eurofly, because truck sims are probably easier to make in terms of the systems and stuff, and when you go to Eurofly, if you really want a simulation of an aircraft simulation for a commercial airliner is a lot more difficult. It's almost like it should have been the other way around. But Eurofly is going to get finished first, or at least to a good state, and then maybe other things can be looked at. But until then, we have what we have. Let's do a flyby. Right, we're finally out of Exeter after sim crashes and all sorts of mess ups.
FS 42.2% RAM used. CPU at 64.1%.
Yeah, we're not doing bad. Right, how are we doing? Let's have a look.
250
Going direct to Gibso. Where's my project fly?
Profile. Running app with Microsoft Track Profile. Track Flight Project Flight. Track Flight Traffic Load Project Fly. The 1305 flight X/London EGLC/L flight heading level 3. Heading 81 dist 138 nm.
138 nautical miles. Obviously climbing.
Flight phase. Latitude. En route.
Obviously en route. Very good.
Microsoft Flight.
Yeah, right, we seem relatively stable. But yeah, a trucking sim would certainly be nice, but it is. Right, so there was the thing about translating into Russian. So the dispatchers are in Russian basically then, from what I understand, but the actual game isn't in Russian. But what I would imagine is when Eurofly 3 beta is available to the development team, Stefan will get together a group of translators from all the
Nick Cantos,
places that
this
would
is
like
awesome,
that.
especially because we are not paying for it. It would be justified if we did have to pay.
Yeah, I mean Eurofly in its current state, I wouldn't pay for it. Obviously you can give donations to Stefan through the donation bit, which is I'm sure he always appreciates, but it's he offers it for free, and that's how it is at the minute. But yeah, I would imagine with the beta of Eurofly, Stefan will get together translators of various places, and it can be translated so that it's ready for when it comes out officially. And of course, the thing with Eurofly 3 is, without revealing too much, it's going to be a lot easier for people to translate.
Support my Patreon.
Oh, there goes Nightbot. Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier for people to translate and make new translations because of the way the Eurofly server is going to be. So people will be able to make new translations, hopefully, and then just upload them, and anyone will be able to access them instantly. So it's going to be a lot easier.
42.9% RAM used. CPU at 64.9%. FS.
Yeah, the sim's absolutely fine at the minute. I don't know why we had that crash before. I think it was just trying to do too much, to be honest with you. I reckon. Yeah, I think my computer was also trying to do a defrag.
With what you know about Eurofly 3, would you pay?
It's difficult to say. I would pay something small. I wouldn't pay like anything massive. I might pay, I might pay $5 for it or something, or £5 British, and then if you consider everyone who gets it, that's a nice little income for Stefan. It's difficult for me to say, like I say, because I know what should be coming in Eurofly 3, but I haven't had a beta of it yet, so I don't know how good it's actually going to
Alex
be
Williamson's
together.
Blind Adventures. I've actually got several Macs in my fleet.
Oh, have you? Yeah, there's not many trucking games out there, unfortunately. There's that really old one but it's more just text based. It's not actually driving a truck around proper roads, so yeah. But that is what it is. How are we doing?
Heading course HTG 081-0250-KNTV/S1495-FT/M0 08751-FTFT IPSO 15.8. Microsoft
right, we're doing absolutely fine. Whether we're actually going to get up to cruise, I don't know. We should just about get there. My FSX is just so bloated. I think what I'm going to do later is I'm going to go on and just get rid of some aircraft that I just never fly, because it's really starting. I think it's starting to just clog it up more and more, because there's so much crap in there. it just doesn't have a reason to be there. It's just so, you know, it's just a waste of everyone's time having them there. But yeah, it's difficult for me to say whether I'd pay for it because I don't know how it's all going to come together in the beta. If everything that's been said is going to happen, it does actually come
to Alex,
fruition.
What truck sim do you play?
Yeah.
Unless you are talking about real trucks.
Yeah. I was going to say what in what fleet do you mean, Alex? But yeah, I would pay for it if everything comes to that level that it's supposed to. I'm not sure that Stefan's going to make people pay for it. I don't think that was ever the idea, and I'm not sure that he will. I think maybe in the future, if he was ever kind of wanting to earn something from it, it would be possible. It's really a balance, I think, between how much time he spends on it and what he feels is justified. Like I say, I wouldn't pay for Eurofly in its current form. I wouldn't, no, because it's very, although it's an enjoyable game, the coding is still very, very simple. It still took a lot of time, but it's still simple, and it's
Target EGLC selected.
It's not necessarily a flight sim at the moment. It's still kind of a game. Yeah, we can
speed set to 333 knots.
Try and increase our speed. So we're now going direct to EGLC.
S.
It's going to be very interesting to see how FSX pilot lands.
Do you know if Stefan is stressed out?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't think he's. He doesn't seem to. I mean, put it this way: it would be easy to get stressed out if you follow the mailing list, because there's a lot of people on there who would probably cause that. But he doesn't seem to interact with the mailing list, and it seems like he's just. I mean,
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures.
So.
I actually collect 1/16th scale models.
Oh right, you have them in your model collection. Nice. But yeah, I don't think he's stressed out really. I think it's just, you know, it'll be done when it's done. Whenever that is
Autopilot change panel dialog heading course HDT 06338S0333KNTV/S1495FT/MO 14211 FT EGLC 10364
103 nautical miles. I'm just going to let us go up to cruise and then I'll start an approach. How's the CPU and stuff doing?
RAM used. CPU at 68.9%.
Oh, we're absolutely fine. The CPU's increasing, but the RAM and stuff is absolutely fine.
Murky J Waters, do you play any console games? Or are you strictly PC?
PC pretty much, Murky, pretty much, that's it. I would like to, I mean, a lot of the console games don't really interest me. I'm not really bothered about all these kind of, you know, battle games. I would like to do FIFA, which is basically the English version of American soccer. It's the football. I would like to do that, but it's not very accessible.
I would not like a shipping sim.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Alexander's
weird
Vorslavs.
that I've only ever been interested in aircraft.
That Eurofly is most important, because many things need to be better.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much in Eurofly that can be better. Everyone knows that, but it's a difficult one. I just take it as it will be what it is, you know. If Eurofly 3 comes in January, or if it comes in May, or whenever, then that's when it comes. And you know, people have to remember that it's not going to be everything. You know, I think there will still be things that won't be realistic. Of course, there's going to be people, you know, will load it up and they might go, you know, why hasn't this been included? And the point is, Eurofly will get better with each and every version. So, you know, version 2 made it a lot better than version 1 if you actually compare them. Version 3 will be a lot better. You know, will it be realistic? Well, not 100%, you know, nowhere near it, but it will be better. And there's always that thing, people have to remember that Eurofly is free and probably will remain free. So what you are given for free is a step into the world of flight sim. I wouldn't be here today streaming with FSX and a add-on plane in FSX Pilot if Eurofly hadn't got me into the world of flight sim. Right, we're pretty much level at cruise, so I'm just going to start a... go away.
Context menu.
Right.
Fly auto, fly to channel, fly traffic pattern, fly GPS, short, normal end.
We're going to go for a normal.
Runway. EGLC 09
so
selected.
It's chosen to
Sir.
go for runway 09.
Switching to true head-in display for the approach. Blind dev to make this kind of thing. It's totally awesome. I will accept anything that the Eurofly dev gives me personally.
Microsoft.
Yeah, I think that's important to it's important to remember, I guess. Yeah.
S.
We could sit here for hours and hours and talk about Eurofly and what needs improving and
Murky J
how
Waters.
much potential.
I've tried playing FIFA. It is dope, but like you said, it's not very accessible.
Yeah.
I'm sure EA Sports will add accessibility though, because they did it for NFL.
I really hope they do, because I'd play that on stream. I'd like to do that. Like, I don't have any interest in like the NFL and stuff, because I just don't. I don't watch it, you know. But like English football, I have like a team that I support. I watch the football. I know like the players, so it's. I'd love to play FIFA. It'd be really good. Yeah, I would go over and do that. Certainly.
35.5% RAM used. CPU at 69.6%.
Right, we're looking good. I always say with flight sim, you know, it's just whatever you want to do, because it's funny lately. I've seen a few comments around.
Nick Cantos, I would not expect you to watch American football.
Yeah,
I do know, however, that there are people from Great Britain who do watch it.
Oh yeah, there is a small market for it in the UK. People do enjoy it. I've just never really got into it. I've always just been British football and that's it. Yeah, I've seen a few comments. I think people people expect certain things with flight sim, and they don't. When you, as a channel, have grown to the size that that my channel has, that we are, there's certain people that don't like it because they think, why has this guy managed to just create a channel flying aircraft, not always in the most realistic way? How has he managed to get to where he is? And I just think, you know, just stop moaning about the numbers, you know, stop complaining about how many more whatever I've got than you, or does it really matter? Just, you know, it is what it is. Just, if you're having fun with flight sim, you will entertain viewers. It's as simple as that. If your content is enjoyable, you know, if I'm sitting here now and I'm thinking, oh my, I'm hating this flight, this is so awful, I'm really not enjoying doing this at all, chances are the viewers who are watching are going, oh, this is a bit boring, but, you know, because I'm enjoying the flight, then they tend to enjoy the flight as well. You know, at the end of the day, who cares whether I'm using FSX
Nick
Pilot
Cantos,
or Active
people
Sky
are jealous.
or whatever? Yeah, it's
totally not your fault.
It's jealousy.
You are awesome.
Yeah, that's
you
what it
actually
is.
Speak to your fan base.
yeah, people just don't like it. But you know, there's people who've been doing flight sim for 5 years and who've made videos, and then, you know, I've come along for, you know, less than 2 years and managed to get to where I am. But it's because of, I mean, there's a lot of things that define it. The type of stream, the way you do things, but personality is a big thing, and you've got to be able to really interact with chat and draw people in, so that, you know, when they leave the stream, they feel like they've had a conversation and they've not just sat there for, you know, an hour just listening to nothing. That's what it is. But, you know, I enjoy doing it, so it's whatever. Right, where are we?
Main panel dialog heading course HDG 062 Degias 0333 KNTV/S -1325 FT/M alt 10151 FTTR 133.862 edit selected V edit multi-line greater S E.
Right, I'm going to go set speed 250. Start slowing
speed set to 250 knots.
But yeah, I do find it rather amusing. Like I say, who cares whether I'm using FSX pilot or Eurofly or, you know, Active Sky, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Just, you know, as long as you're having fun with your flight sim setup, whether it's a rubbishy computer playing Eurofly or whether it's a, you know, gaming system playing P3D, then, you know,
Imogen Webster,
that's whatever. Hello Imogen. Let's try a flyby. These sounds are really good.
Nick
they
Cantos,
are payware.
There are bigger YouTubers like Keemstar with 4 million subs who don't interact with their chat.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, I've always said, I'm sure this channel could be even bigger if I did like other games and like all sorts of console stuff. I don't really want to do that. I just want to do flight sim because that's, you know, that's my kind of area. But you see people who have a lot of viewers who don't kind of interact with chat. But
Murky J Waters, it's always a good time in here. Thanks for streaming. It's super chill.
yeah, I'm glad you all enjoy it. Like I say, it's just a bit of fun at the end of the day, you know. I mean, like we had the sim crash earlier. It's whatever. It's annoying, sure, but it's, you know, there's no point getting angry about it and having a rage. It's you know. Right, we'll see how this landing goes, because like I said,
Alexander's
I'm not doing a
Voice
manual
Where did you
landing.
took a programs for MFSX for using with screen readers? Sorry for my English.
Do you mean what I'm using obviously Microsoft Flight Simulator X at the moment, which I got off Steam. You can also use P3D, which you can get from well, it's made by Lockheed. Both of them work fine. And then to fly at the moment I'm using FSX Pilot, it's called. You can download it off the FSX Pilot website. You just literally have to Google it and you'll find it. It's freeware, and it works just fine to fly. It'll at least get people started. It's like I say, it's completely free. So I always recommend to people, if you're new to flight sim, just get if you really want to, you know, get into FSX/P3D, just get a sim and then FSX Pilot and a few good sounding aircraft, and you'll be good to go for a bit of flying.
Brothers Gaming and Tech Stuff. I think why the big YouTubers do not interact because loads of questions ones.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I like the way
Nick
our
Cantos,
chat is at the moment.
I do sometimes wish that the sound of the airplanes were loud like now. I do like to also hear the sound of the air traffic control.
Yeah, I was looking the other day at an add-on that's supposed to let you listen to live ATC. So like now how we're flying into London City Airport, it would start playing
Alex
live
Williamson's
ATC
Blind
from
Adventures.
London City.
After next year all games are going to have to be accessible. The FCC is going to stop approving accessibility waivers after this year.
Are they? Interesting. Well, we'll see if that happens. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, the way we have chat at the moment,
Brothers
I like
Gaming
it,
and
it's
Tech
not
Stuff.
too big.
LiveATC.net.
Yeah, but the problem with liveatc.net is then I would have to keep switching to where we are. Like, you can only listen
at
to...
Brothers Gaming and Tech Stuff you have to let it go. Stop posting links warning.
RIP. Sorry about that, of my Nightbot. It doesn't allow links for some reason. Just ignore that. But yeah, The thing about liveatc.net is I would have to keep going in and changing the airport that we were listening to. What I wanted was an add-on that would go along with the sim and change depending
Brothers
on
Gaming
where
and
we
Tech
are.
Stuff. Wow.
Yeah, a Nightbot is quite picky. I'm trying to find. I need to find a way to get it to allow links to be posted, because it's a thing with Nightbot that it limits them, and I think it's only mods that can post links. I should make a few more mods actually in chat, like the regular people in here. Not that we actually need mods, but then, you know, they can like post links and stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I wanted one where it would go along with the sim and like follow the location of the plane and just play it from the nearest station, if you see what I mean. But there was one, but it was I can't
Brothers
remember.
Gaming and Tech Stuff.
And it was
It
only,
thinks this is spam.
yeah, it's the way Nightbot does it. It gets links and just, if it thinks they're spam, it just
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HTT 060
Right, how are we doing?
0250 KNTV /S
250 knots, we're still descending.
0467
Right, we're coming up to TR1, so I'm just going to go set speed.
Imogen
Go to
Webster,
about 160.
you know I be one because
Speed
I'm
set
your
to
sister. 160 knots.
No, you're not being one, Imogen. Imogen is my sister in chat.
Nick Cantos, I am willing to be your mod.
Yeah,
I am sightless
add
mod.
a few more. I'll add a few more in chat, just like the people who are always here. Like I say, not because we need mods, because like we never actually need them in terms of like banning people or getting rid of stuff, but just so that people can post stuff if they need to. Right, so we're slowing down. Yeah, Imogen is in the chat and she's my sister. She knows nothing about flight sim. She's just coming in here to watch what I'm doing, obviously. Right, how are we actually
Autopilot
doing?
main panel dialog heading course HTT 059 ideas 0171 KNTV /S -610
Yeah,
FT
we're slowing down,
0395 FTTR 13. Microsoft Flight Simulator X 33.7% RAM used, CPU at 75.6%.
Yeah, CPU's gone up, but the actual RAM hasn't. That's interesting.
Anil Adavishnu, first time able to join your live stream.
Oh, very good. Welcome to the stream.
Nick Cantos, I like watching my brother's streams. He is good at streaming. Flaps too. Anil Adavishnu, the timings are just right.
Right, I'm back. I had to just go for a second. Yeah, I've watched a few of his. I just added you as a mod, by the way, Nick. Yeah, I've watched some of his streams. I don't usually catch them live, but I have seen his channel.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HTT 048 ideas 0160 KNTV /S
Right, we are looking
FT/MO
fine.
0340 FTTR 24.848.
For approach speed, we're going to be I'm going to put
Imogen Webster, speed set to always 125 knots.
For now. That's where we want to be on our approach speed. So we're coming in nicely.
34.6% RAM used, CPU at 78.5%.
Nick Cantos, what do you think? Is
Yeah,
there
I
any
mean,
way that my
That's weird, hang on a second. Did Restream Chat just cut that off? Yeah, it hasn't got the any message, Nick, it just stops at my.
S. 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 Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HDG 048 Dias 0125 KNTV/S 0048 FT/MALT 03269 FTTR22. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. This statement actually ended "They are so you're good." Gear down.
Right, there goes gear
Landing
down.
lights on. Alexander's Force
we're
Loves.
making our
Do you
final
fly here
descent.
only in small aircrafts? Did you
To-
blown with some biter aircraft like Boeing or Airbus?
Yeah, I have flown a lot of them, Alex.
S.
Well, pretty much all of the Boeings and Airbuses. Into this airport, I haven't flown in the bigger aircraft. No, the biggest aircraft they would usually take in here is like perhaps the A320. They don't usually go bigger than that, really.
Nick Cantos. Bro, see improve?
Oh right.
Sorry. I accidentally sent the message earlier than intended.
That's right. I mean, I haven't watched like a lot of his streams because I just don't play a lot of the games that he does on his stream, just because like I don't do a lot of audio games other than Flight Sim and a few others at the minute. But no, I mean it seems like he has a good community. I mean he's a pretty big streamer in the community.
Anil
Isn't he?
Adavishnu. I just wanted to know which audio drivers are you people using? Is it Microsoft or Realtek?
Mine are Realtek, I think. Anyway, we are coming in now, so I'm just pretty much going to sit back and let it land the plane. Expect a pretty forceful landing rate though, as usual. Yeah, I mean he's a pretty big streamer, isn't he? And he's got a very a relatively big community, and he seems to have a good setup. So I mean, I guess no, I don't think so.
Nick Cantos. Realtek is standard for audio drivers.
Yeah, I reckon mine will be Realtek.
S. S. S.
I mean, a lot of people who stream have schedules, which I've never had. Schedules. I have times when I usually try and stream, but I've never actually set myself with a schedule.
1,000 feet. Sir,
1,000
Anil
feet.
Adavishnu.
There we go.
I just changed my driver from Realtek to generic Microsoft drivers. Since then I am able to play Eurofly on my laptop without using headphones.
Oh, right, okay.
Nick Cantos.
Interesting.
I also do streaming. I did a stream yesterday after I figured out how to do it again. It was
yeah.
a problem with my Stram key.
Oh, yeah. Them stream keys can be a bit of a pain. Sometimes I have had issues with them. But yeah, I've never had a schedule because it's just I don't have time really to make a schedule, or not one that I could stick to.
500.
I'd often probably be finding myself not being able to follow the schedule, so there's no point me even trying. Anyway, we're nearly that's a view from the tower.
Anil Adavishnu. I just
Right.
wanted to share that news, you guys.
Well, that's good then. At least you can play Eurofly without headphones. I mean, I always do it with headphones just so I can get a more kind of a better experience with all the sounds. But I guess you can play it without them now.
$100.
Oh, here we go.
50. Brakes
Down.
and reverse thrust, sir.
There goes our brakes and reverse thrust and stuff. Nice reverse thrust. And reverse thrust out. And welcome down to London City, I guess. Wasn't too bad.
Heading set to a true heading of 93 degrees. Wonderful flight. What are your plans for tonight, sir? Anil Adavishnu, and the generic driver sounds clearer.
Right,
Nick
okay.
Cantos, I don't have a schedule. I am pretty busy with college.
Yeah.
Next week is final exams, though most of them are papers and not actual tests.
I see. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to stick to one. Right, so we're now EGLC, so let's just find as a gate here. I'll just go with this gate here. Who cares? It's a pretty
Alex
small
Williamson's
aircraft.
Blind Adventures simulation check you out sometime. Time acceleration is 1.
Right, there goes our engine cut off.
Alexander's Vorslavs. Will WI can add some new airports in Eurofly 3 more easier? I ask this question because in some countries some airports not exist.
Yeah. I mean, without saying too much, there won't be a need to add any new airports in Eurofly 3 at all, so we should be fine on that front. Right. Let's go to
Anil Adavishnu.
Project
I use
Flybe.
any audio to upload my games.
Oh yeah.
Connected to sim. Button complete flight. Files and export.
Right,
Track,
so,
flight heading level F1 Delta 20 0 cruise
so,
enter flight
obviously arrived at
net
stand.
rule landing -437.
Landing rate was as usual a bit forceful, you know, it's the usual FSX pilot landing rates, but
Heading level.
it's to be
Setting web
expected.
no next button. Cancel flight. Divert flight button. Complete flight.
So let's complete the flight.
Complete
That's
New flight project
absolutely
flight.
fine.
Flight details heading left. Depart. X arrival.
Nick
So-
Cantos. Sounds cool,
Pilot notes
Alex.
Flights pilot notes heading
It's my name on YouTube as well as my brother Leo.
Yeah, it's just a name, isn't it, for both your
Q
channels?
1020 stack complete. Dist 139
yeah,
nm. Fuel 306 landing -4 passengers 71.
Oh, we had 71
Departure
passengers.
1256 Z.
We
Arrival
departed
1256 Z.
12:56 and
1329
arrived
Z.
Anil Adavishnu.
13:29.
Anyone used Dolphin's screen reader?
Heading level 3 pilot notes.
No, I've never used that.
Heading level.
Don't
There
know
are
if anyone
heading
else
left. Graphic
has.
clickable 50. Flight. No previous
Right.
edit. Delete flight button. Edit. Back button unavailable. No previous button. Edit flight. Delete. Edit notes button. Edit.
So what do we
No
need
previous-
to do now?
Link graphic clickable radar. Link graphic clickable stratus.
What we need to do is to make a new flight
FS panel.
plan.
Autopilot main panel dialog. Nav
So-
edit multi-lock. V. AP.
Just ignore that, that's my phone.
Space not checked.
Right,
Autopilot reset.
FS panel.
let's go to
Stratus.
Project
Microsoft
Flight
Flight Simulator.
again.
Chat window button. Running app with Microsoft Stratus profile.
Stratus.
Links. Fly now button.
Fly now,
Search areas.
and we're now
E-
EGLC,
List with. Search
and
area.
we're going back to EGTE.
EGTE. List with. 1 up DHH B1308 heading
So we
clickable.
will be flybe
DHT.
1308.
DPRTL.
Oh, is that the
1
same
1 1
reg?
Declan Webs. 1
Trying
1
to
1
find-
1 1 DHT heading DJEDW.
Oh, that's the one we
Anil
did.
Adavishnu.
Selected.
At what
JDW
time
selected.
Eurofly
Copy
3 will be out?
B1306 heading.
Yes, we're going to be
Complete.
1306. No one knows at the moment. There isn't a set date.
Flight type. Clickable.
It's
Clickable
just
schedule.
going to be
Clickable
whenever
flight
it's
rules.
ready.
Clickable IFR. Click. Select air. Clickable select E.
Right, so I can select
List
this
with 20. Clickable DJ.
aircraft
Out of list. Clickable
again.
offline. Clickable button book. Button book and dip. Oh.
Nick
Uh,
Cantos.
fucking dispatch.
That's a pretty old screen reader.
Link back. Heading
It's
level 2
not
heading left.
widely
Clickable,
used.
Clickable sim brief. Auto.
JAWS or NVDA are the popular screen readers.
I see.
Simbrief.com virtual flight
Yeah,
planning solutions. Eric cycle 1812.
pretty
0
much.
November 18.
Right, it's just going to make
19%.
that for me.
37%.
Yeah, I've only ever
50%.
used JAWS or
60%,
NVDA.
78%. 95%.
So, yeah, I couldn't really say, to be honest.
Dispatch project fly document. Sim brief. Auto.
Right,
Table with column 3 EGLC. Column 1 B1306. Column 3. Column 7 flight. Link briefing.
let's go for our briefing. Our good old PDF briefing. That's a right mess, but we'll find what we need.
X6 Menu. App.
Anil
Search engine.
Adavishnu.
Unknown.
I use both JAWS and NVDA.
Edit. Land.
Yeah, I mainly use NVDA, although it is a bit of a pain at the minute, especially with its good old file explorer thing, where sometimes if there's a lot of stuff going on, it doesn't like reading stuff in the file explorer. Right, I'm literally just going to cut this Exeter to London flight plan that we had.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. You forgot voiceover for Mac users.
Oh yeah, there is that. I don't know if Dolphins and all that was just about PC things, but yeah, there is that if you use a Mac.
Documents window. Items view list. World update 165. EHCP. Example flight. Eurofly weather. Eurofly.
Where?
Exeter to London City. Exeter to
right, so we're doing the reverse basically this time, aren't we? Instead of
set destination EG. Set origin egg. Egg. Carriage return.
As origin, we need EGLC and EGTE as our destination. Instead of run takeoff.
Documents row 1 column 2.
Anil Adavishnu. I use voiceover on my iPad.
Yeah, I use voiceover on
Nick
my
Cantos. I have JAWS and NVDA as well as Kurzweil Free for Life, so I am definitely good as well as screen readers go.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely fine. So it's given us... That's interesting. It wants us to go all the way up to flight level 240. I'm not sure we're going to make that, but we'll try, I guess.
17,000 altitude. Set carriage set 1.
Let's just go to 230.
9
So
waypoint 0.
let's
Select waypoint 0.0. Waypoint 0.
get rid of this waypoint here from the old flight, because we don't need that.
Carriage 20. Carriage.
Alright.
Documents row 1 column. Document.
Right, where's our route?
Minimum X T tap. Block ticket total reason no about include for this tell not 1 click page alter app EG mails routing route EG X slash EG EGTE EGLC slash 27.
Right, so they want us off runway 27. Then they've given us a SID, which we're not going to bother with. But it is going to go.
Anil Adavishnu, but YouTube is bit messy on iOS, so I use YouTube mainly on Android.
Documents row 1 column 2.
How is it? I don't find YouTube too bad. I mean, it's usable.
Double A Y P O I N T space 0 dot 0 space 0 dot 0 space.
We are going egg and apparently.
Documents row exit. Oh. Exeter to documents row 1 column 3. Exeter to exit carriage return.
Second. It should be a K there.
M91.
Then we're going on an airway.
Nick Cantos, are you doing a passenger flight? I do like the sound of takeoff.
It will be a passenger flight, yeah. Unfortunately, FSX doesn't have any passenger sounds, but
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. That's one of the reasons why I haven't done a lot of flight sim stuff.
Space. Exeter waypoint fly off M90 carriage return.
So we're going there to
Anil Adavishnu. Maybe blame Google for it.
Yeah, the Mac doesn't have. I mean, you can use Eurofly on the Mac with like wine or something apparently, but I don't think FSX or anything will work on there. Right, so then we're going on the M189 airway to that. I was going to say waffle then. Where do they get these names from? Like I say, I'm sure someone just sits in a dark room inventing these random things, these random names. So then we're flying on the Y8 airway to SAM.
L600
then,
L620.
Right, yeah. Then we're going back on the L620 to Dipso, which we used before. And then it's just select EGTE.
Nick Cantos, when I go to the UK at some point, I want to go to London and Mayfair.
Yeah, iconic destinations.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. The problem is Google Plus, not Google itself.
Yeah, well, Google Plus was,
Alexander's Vorslavs, did you know? How can I level up SAP Wi-Fi sound in Eurofly?
There is a... Let's go there. Oh, it's a tab. Okay. Right. Yeah,
Anil Adavishnu, yay.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Exeter to London City Stream Flight Notepad. File sub open. Save as.
Yeah, there is a way to do that, isn't there? To turn up SAPI. It's probably in the options, the volume options thing.
Registration not selected. File name.
Right, so we'll call this London City back to Exeter Stream. so
London
I
City
know
back.
what it is.
Microsoft.
And then
Menu.
we'll just go,
EGLC PDF
we'll
1.
get rid of that
Microsoft.
thing.
Document
Panel
column. Documents
Addition
window. Items
Look
list.
at
Exit of the left.
Eurofly Quick Start.
World update.
Yeah, I think it might be,
Microsoft.
yeah,
Menu.
if it's not in the
File Explorer.
options volume thing, then there's
Documents.
a hotkey for it, but I don't know what it
Exit of
is.
the left.
Oh, I mean,
London City.
I could probably find
Exit of
out,
the-
but whatever.
Menu. App. Search. Unknown.
Right,
Everything.
let's dump
Plan.
this back
L-I.
into
G.
flight
List. Flight.
plans,
Unknown.
right here,
Flight list window. Items view list. G.
paste,
Destination. Skip.
continue,
Pause the operation.
and then we're pretty much ready to
0%.
just start back up and go, although I'm just going to add a bit more fuel into the aircraft for the flight back.
Menu.
So we had
Flight window.
71 passengers that we bought here. I wonder
Flight
how
plans.
many we'll have when we get back there.
Menu. Documents row 1 column 1.
Alright,
Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Autopilot.
so
name.
FSX
File sub. Flight
Pilot,
Load FSD flight plan.
we're going to load a new flight plan,
Open dialog file name. Items. LED.
which is going
Limp
to
to LDZA.
be
Limp to Ed. Lip CD. London City back to Exeter Street.
that one.
Autopilot. Microsoft Flight. Microsoft.
Aircraft, we're going to do
Main menu activate. Flights. Aircraft. Invoke. Aircraft active.
aircraft,
Select need fuel. Smoke system. Fuel. Invoke.
and go
Fuel and payload
fuel and
dialog. Change fuel
payload,
space.
change
Fuel.
fuel.
700. List left. 25.
Left has 25, let's just put that up to
3.
about 35, we
List.
don't need a
List.
load.
726.
And the
25.
right
3.
can
5.
also go to
Okay.
35,
Fuel and payload dialog. Change. Okay.
back
Microsoft.
in the aircraft. Right, let's turn that back on, and let's just go to...
Nick Cantos. I want to go to those places simply because they are a yellow property and a blue property in the European and British Board of Monopoly. Anal Adivishnu,
okay.
where do you live?
Where do I live? In the UK, East Midlands area. Right, so it's 138 nautical miles, although, yeah, and they want us up to flight level 230, so I'm not sure this is going to work very well, but we'll see.
Microsoft flights.
Engine start then, I guess. Let's go.
38% RAM used. CPU at 60.5%.
Yeah, we're absolutely fine on the RAM and whatever. Shall we listen to it on the outside? Right, there's one engine started up, and there goes the second one. There we go, we have two good engine starts back into the aircraft, and we're absolutely fine on that front. Autopilot can come on.
Autopilot on.
Let's move to the runway and get out of here, shall we?
World active. Menu item. Go to invoke.
So, they want us as off runway
27.
27,
Dialog loading.
which is exactly what we will do.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Simulation unpaused.
Let's
Time acceleration
extend
is
our
1.
flaps again,
S.
and then once we're back in the air, I'll be able to answer chat properly again.
Autopilot edit. AP checkbox checked.
Right,
Pilot flight. Run flight lunar.
let's go.
Check. Microsoft.
Switching to true heading display for departure. Sir. Landing. Anal Adivishnu. NAV lights This sounds like a real -8 q400
Climb rate
Eurofly should improve on 500 feet per minute.
Exactly, yeah.
Altitude set to 3,300 feet. Speed set to 200 knots. NAV on. V1. Rotate. Nick Cantos. I am grateful to Orville and Wilbur Wright. Without heading set to a true heading of 273 no degrees. Flight sim. Speed set to 250 knots.
And we're now going to 250 knots, and we'll see you
Altitude
later.
set to 23,000 feet.
London City.
Next waypoint EGTE selected.
And we're going direct to our first waypoint. This is a Simbury flight plan. Yeah, I don't know, I'm really confused though as to why the sim crashed itself earlier, because it hasn't done that in a while. I think maybe with everything that was going on, it was all just a bit, I'm just trying to see.
186.97 dB.
Yeah, I think maybe it was, the computer was trying to defrag itself as well, and it just kind of messed up. But yeah, this does sound like a real Q400, that's the thing. Eurofly, as much as we try and make mods, you know, just you can't compare. It's strange when you think about that. Without those types of people, you wouldn't have flight, and we wouldn't have flight sim.
Anil Adavish new, I created a 320 CFM 56 real sound pack for Eurofly.
Oh, did you? Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I modified the default A320 to sound like CFMs by changing the engine pitches.
Yes.
But yeah, you'll have to upload that somewhere and link it.
Anil Adavish new, but it is with me. Nick Cantos, True Flight and the Great Game of Monopoly both started in 1903. Anil Adavish new, where should I upload?
I don't know. I mean, do you have Dropbox or something like that you could do, and then just do a link? I can get Nightbot to permit you, I think. Or I don't know. Yeah, something like Dropbox would work probably.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. They both start at the same. Yeah,
Yes,
very
yes.
weird. These things come together.
Anil Adavish new, I have Google Drive.
Yeah, you could do it on Google Drive then if you put it in there and just share that link. I'd imagine that would work.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HDG 094 DES 0250 KNTV/S 1499 FT/MO 05299 FTFP EGNO 15.19 Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Nick Cantos, Monopoly is a later variation of the Landlord game. Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures, so what do you call a sleepwalking nun?
I've no idea. Very random. What do you? And yeah.
S. S. S.
Yeah, I'm really not sure we're going to get up to this flight level 230. We'll see.
FSX combo menu. F flight speed safe 250 kNTS.
Still,
Microsoft.
250 is our max, so we'll keep at the current speed.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures, a Roman Catholic.
Oh, very funny.
Switching to true headings, sir. Flying airway M91 until reaching LYD. Target EGTE selected. NAV on. Nick Cantos, if I had a private jet, I would like an Airbus or a Canberra.
Yeah, they both Airbus and Boeing do private versions of, like, I think Airbus have a private version of the A320 and stuff. I don't know if
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. I had a private jet and probably go with the Honda Jet. Target IMCD selected.
Oh yeah, I have one of those in FSX. I don't know what I'd go for. Probably the Dassault Falcon, probably a 7 or 8X. It's a really long range, modern jet.
Nick Cantos, Honda the car company makes jets?
Yeah, they did make a jet, yeah. The car company, yeah, they expanded into making a jet.
Anil Adavishnu, what is your take on many airlines going bankrupt this year? Speed set to 339
knots.
Yeah,
it's not been a great year for the airline industry, has it? I don't know about in other areas of the world, but especially in Europe and the UK, there's been a good few airlines going bankrupt. Yeah, it's not good, really, is it? And yeah, there's been talk of other ones. To see this airline we're flying today, flybe, there's been talk of them not going bankrupt, but they've been put up for sale. So yeah, not good for the airline industry, really.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. Other than the sound that the Honda jet makes, I like it because it's the perfect family-sized jet.
Yeah, it's got good for what you need.
Hello.
Hi, Borak. Yeah, it's got kind of a good
Target LYD selected.
Medium kind of range and all that
Who is
stuff.
gone for sale?
The airline that we're flying with today, flybe, they operate around the UK. They've been put up for sale, basically.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HDG 168 ideas 0339 KNTV/S 1540 FT/ML 13128 FTFTCR with 15.11. Track flight project altitude 13,000 flight heading at 1 altitude 159
159 nautical miles. Yeah, this Simbury flight plan is going to be one of them weird ones, I think, that like vectors us around all over the place. That's fine, it gives us a bit more flying time.
Burak Yuksek, not good for them.
No, it's not good.
LOL.
It's not been a great year for the airline industry.
No, the Honda name may be same, but it is a different unit. Nick Cantos, how is Brexit affecting the airline industry and the economy in general where you live?
I think the Honda jet is made by the same company. It's not probably made by the same division. I don't know. Is it? I've no idea, to be honest with you. I'm not really into that kind of, because it's in America where it's been made and stuff. I don't know. Alex is probably better to answer that, whether it's a car company. How is Brexit affecting her? Well, Brexit's, if you read all the media stuff, apparently it's affecting everything. I mean, the airline industry, it's not really doing anything at the minute, because it's not actually taken effect yet. I mean, there's a lot of concerns about what it's going to do to the airline industry, because some carriers are concerned they won't be able to, get aircraft from outside sources as easily and stuff like that.
Alexander's Vorslavs. I try to change a sound level of SAPY5, but this method not works.
Oh. That's interesting. It doesn't work. I don't know if you can change the volume level of SAPI directly in Eurofly. You might be able to do it somewhere in the computer settings for the TTS voice. Yeah, I mean, as for the economy, again, Brexit's not done a lot at the minute because it hasn't taken effect.
Heading set to a true heading of 160 degrees.
There's a lot of talk about what it might do.
Switching to true headings. Sir.
Alright, we're jumping on another
Flying airway M189 until reaching Wafu. Target LYD selected.
These waypoints.
NAV on. Target hasty selected. Nick Cantos, if airlines offered the same value that Pan American Airlines offered, people would be willing to fly for longer and more frequent flights. Alexanders Vorslovs, what do you do in real life outside the simulators? Anil Adavishnu, the problems with airline all over the globe this year.
Let me just catch up with chat. Pan American, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know much about Pan American. Pan American went bust in there in the end. But Europe is certainly has moved towards it's just cram the planes full as much as possible. And of course, you've got airlines like Ryanair who are just like really budget airlines. What do I do outside the sim? What as in like, what do I enjoy doing, or I'm currently still in school, so that's what I do. Other than that, I mean various other things. Yeah, it seems to be. It's been in Europe. I don't know what's been going on like outside, but I know there's been a few in Asia and that kind of area that have gone.
Track 153 nm.
Right, we're slowly getting back on track. Like I say, this flight plan's a little bit weird, I think. It's a bit kind of all over the place. Although that does help because it gives us some time to go to cruise.
0315KNTV/S49DFT/ML 20668 FTFPTR82.
Which we are slowly.
Anil Adavishnu, in fact where I live the airline called Jet Airways, which I love going through problems while LCCs like Indigo growing rapidly. Nick Cantos,
oh, yeah,
Pan Am went bust in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was born after their demise. I heard about their service through other sources.
Oh right, yeah.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. The Honda Jet is actually made by the same company that makes the car.
Oh, it
and
is,
the facilities for it are literally 5 minutes away from my house.
Yeah, I remember you saying you hear them coming over and stuff, Alex. Yeah, I remember watching a video on Pan Am. They were very kind of retro airline, weren't they? Until they kind of till their decline. Yeah, Indigo. Yeah, I see Indigo around a lot whenever I wanna. Or I look around flights for Asia. I do see a lot of Indigo flights. They seem to be. Are they one of them kind of low-cost budget airlines that just like cram people in and just get as many as they can for low cost?
Yurik wow. I thought that it was the same company too. Interesting, it's true.
Yeah, I don't quite know how they went from making a car to going, let's make a jet. But I mean, it was a relatively good decision. From what I hear, it's been pretty successful. Because like I say, I guess it's a nice kind of size. You've got a good size for kind of families. It's got a relatively good range, like not like intercontinental range, but it's got a nice range.
Heading set to a true heading of 220
like
degrees.
And stuff, so.
Switching to true headings.
And I think it can be one pilot as well, can't it? So
flying airway Y8 until reaching SAM.
Even though it's a jet, it can be
target
single
WAFA
pilot.
Selected.
37.2% RAM used. CPU
NAV on.
Right, CPU and everything's
target GWC selected.
Sim and everything is fine. Because we did have it crash earlier for those who... Well, it wasn't in flight, it was on the ground. But, yeah. Right, I am just going to go and grab a drink. I'll be back in a second.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. What's really interesting is the Indian design.
Right, I'm back. Does that say the Indian design, Alex? Right, I'm back. Oh right, flipping echo on the stream there.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. What's really interesting is the engine design.
Oh, the engine design. I thought it said the Indian design. Yeah, isn't there something like the engines
Nightbot,
are mounted?
Twitter. Support my Patreon.
The engines are mounted in a strange way.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HTG 295 ideas 0303 KNTV/S0004FT/MO 22,997 FTFTTRGWC 21.52 track flight dis 120 nm Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Right, so we are up at flight level 230 now, and we're still heading back. It's obviously a longer flight back than it was there.
Anil Adavishnu. Oh, I thought he is trying to say something about me.
No, I think he was trying to say about the engine design
Nick
on
Cantos,
the plane.
how is your Patreon going? Is it actually working out?
I mean, yeah, we have. I'll have to check the page for the past month, but I do have a few patrons. Yeah, about. I mean, nothing major, which wasn't really what I expected, you know. But I have like 2 or 3, so it's just something. But yeah, I guess it kind of worked out as I expected. It's not a bad little system if people want to do it, you know.
S.
Nick Cantos, I am a business owner and I am still figuring out how to build a customer base. Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. Yes, the engine is actually sandwiched in between the bottom and the top of the wing.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I mean the Patreon was kind of, when I was making it, I tried to think of reasons to you know, like to have the actual tiers of support, like what people would want. So that was part of it, but once that was sorted out, it was relatively fine.
Target SAM selected. Anil Adavishnu, I am waiting for the new audio train simulator.
Oh yeah, who's making the, I didn't see that, who's making the new audio train sim?
S. Track flight 99 nm. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Anil Adavishnu, if any.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully there'll be one from somewhere at some point, you know.
Nick Cantos, I can't wait for the new city building simulator to be released. Anil Adavishnu, Tube Sim may 2nd be a good option.
Yeah, I've played Tube Sim a few times on the channel. That's always fun. Obviously it's only around London, but
you already have Tube Sim.
yeah. If there's one thing I would like a proper trucking or bus sim. That would be nice, but you know, it's not. Definitely not coming from Stefan. Yeah, I did. Oh, you know, I did see about the building sim or whatever it's called. Wasn't that from the same person who did Tube Sim?
Track flight 90 nm.
I can't remember.
Microsoft.
I just remember seeing something about it. Right, I'm gonna.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HTT 284 0303 KNTV/S0002FT/MO 22,999 FTFTTR SAM 10.3 283 AP checkbox
This right.
Create
Anil Adavishnu, there used to be a bus simulator before.
Oh.
Switching to true headings, sir. Flying airway L620 until reaching Gibso. Yeah, it's from the same person selected.
Yeah, I thought so.
Menu button.
NAV on.
Right, we're now just going direct.
Target EGTE selected.
Normal end.
Runway.
Microsoft.
We're now going
EGTE 08 selected.
Going for 08
Sir.
apparently. For our runway
Switching
arrival.
to true heading display for the approach. Sir. Nick Cantos, yes. His name is Nick Adamson and he also made Park Boss.
Oh yeah, I have Park Boss installed. Yeah. I haven't played it in a long time, but yeah.
S.
Anil Adavishnu, the person who created Tube Sim created Park Boss.
Yeah. Oh, I remember, I think, because it was the same narrator. Or the guy who made it narrated them, so I remember playing them. Yeah. Well, if he's making a city building sim, that should be alright then. As long as it's a bit different to Park Boss, because I like Park Boss, but it gets a bit boring after a bit.
S.
Burak Yuksek, I sold a park in Park Boss with 100% customer satisfaction.
Oh nice, and how much did that go for?
Burak Yuksek, the guy tests his games very well after releases, they are mostly stable.
Yeah, it just seems
Anil
to be very stable, I
Adavishnu,
can say
his name
that.
starts with Nick.
Yeah, Nick Adamson, the other Nick in the chat.
Anil Adavishnu, from GR8.
But yeah, they do seem to be stable. Yeah, I haven't had many
Burak
issues with them.
around 500,000 probably, as far as I remember.
Oh right. Yeah, Park Boss rather was fun. It was alright. Like I say, I got a bit bored with it after a bit, but I always tend to play it for a bit, then go back to it after a bit.
Nick Cantos, my largest park sold for 2 million British pounds.
Oh nice.
Anil Adavishnu, you got great XP dude. Yuksek, where's Marshall?
He's gone to Tesco, which is a shopping thing in the UK, a chain of shops, or something like that. He always goes to Tesco on the... Well, I think he does anyway, on Saturday. Well, I mean Saturday for a few hours, obviously. We will see. I may then after this, like I said, I was going to do a Eurofly long haul and start the Eurofly long haul off and just, you know, do the departure. I was going to do that on Eurofly.
S.
Because I'm going to go and eat once that's started anyway.
S.
But we
Nick
will see if I
Cantos,
do that.
is Tesco like Costco here in the US?
We have Costco in the UK, but it's not as big as it probably is in the US. Yeah, basically, it's just like a massive general store that just sells everything. Like, you've got all your groceries and like loads of food, and you've got all your essentials. Like, it's not all just food. It does like loads of stuff. But I would imagine it's like probably like Costco, yeah. But we have a few in the UK. We have like Tesco and Asda and stuff like that.
S.
Anil Adavishnu, the game which I find great but not knowing how to play is Sam Tupi's STW.
Oh yeah, that is a good game. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice, obviously, because there's a load of stuff that you can do.
S.
Oh my god, I've just had another few messages on Skype from people saying, is Eurofly 3 cancelled? Oh my, I wish I'd never made that joke. Please, it says, someone says, someone
Nick
told
Cantos,
me that Eurofly
I'm sorry.
3 was cancelled.
I did not mean to generalize. I do not know what US brands you do and don't have in the UK.
No, that's alright, I don't know what
spots do you watch?
What sports? Mainly football, or UK version, basically, of American soccer.
Yuksek, oh. Clean this shit up. Right now. LOL.
It's getting ridiculous. I've literally said on the list, it is not being cancelled.
Notification from Skype. Josh, oh, saw your reply. Shrug.
Okay, apparently they've now seen my reply. Finally. It's not cancelled. I'm never doing this again.
Anil Adavishnu, what's happening?
Oh, I just made a joke on the mailing list the other day because everyone was going on about truck and train sims and asking if Stefan could make one. So I made a joke and said, Eurofly 3's been cancelled and we've now started making a truck sim instead. So there's no Eurofly 3. And everyone took it literally and started having, there's loads of people now think Eurofly 3's cancelled. And it's not cancelled.
Nick Cantos, it was funny. I think it was a success.
Yeah.
I would have totally believed it if you...
Yeah, I've just got to, yeah, whatever. If people
38% RAM used,
still
CPU
believe it,
78.3.
then that's just funny.
Nick Cantos, darn it. I did that thing again. Burak Yuksek, have you ever played a game called Oh Shit?
Yeah, I've seen it.
If Eurofly 3 is cancelled, what would be the reactions?
I don't know. Pretty much what they are now. Some people
at Nick
are
what?
having a tantrum. I think he means he just when the message cut off. But yeah, I've seen that game on the forum. Yeah, I haven't played it.
Anil Adavish knew, anyone played Lost City?
New notification from Skype. Josh. Oh.
Nick Cantos, I typed too fast and it accidentally changed the typing mode. I use Braille screen input.
Oh my, everyone on the main list is going, there's some people, it's hilarious, some people are going, I'm so glad it's not cancelled, and some people are going, is it cancelled? It's not cancelled. Oh, this is fantastic.
Speed save 347 kNTS.
Right, we need to slow down soon anyway.
Nick Cantos, do you have read it?
Do I have read it?
Anil Adavish knew,
yeah.
Your voice just sounded like Paul.
What? Oh my, this is yeah, this is really funny today. Everything's, I don't know, it's just turning into a comedy.
Anil Adavish knew, I eat dinner and come back.
Alright, see you later. I'm not sure if we'll still be going, depends how long you are, but we're going to land at least this flight anyway, and then we'll see. But see you later, thanks for dropping by. Right, can we slow down now?
Speed set to 250
yes,
knots.
We can at least go to 250. Because at the minute we're very fast.
Yes. %32.9% RAM used. CPU at 79.7%.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. Sorry I haven't said anything in a while, but eating breakfast and watching your live stream at the same time.
Yeah, that's alright.
Nick Cantos, in my opinion, the best comedians are Jeff Foxworthy and Gabriel Iglesias. I also like Pablo Francisco.
I've never watched it like that. Okay, how are we doing? So, we're at 250,
FTTR
16.8, so we've got a bit of time. Let's stay at this speed for now, why not?
35.5% RAM used, CPU 80.1%.
Alright, we're looking okay. I think we'll be fine.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. My favorites are Mark Lowry and John Reed. Nick Cantos. Another person I thought about is Steve Harvey. He is best known for hosting Family Feud on the Game Show Network.
Oh my.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HTG 259 ideas 0250 KNTV/S minus 793 FT/MO 0549 FTTR 111. Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Right,
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HTG 259 ideas 0250 KNTV/S minus 806 FT/MO 04569 FTTR 16.3. Nav edit multi-line.
Start bringing our speed back like we did before to 160.
Speed set to 160 knots.
And that should do us just fine. And then we'll get this flybe q400 back. And that'll be, at least I've taken it back to its home base on Project Fly. Which means I don't have to worry about that in the future.
Nick Cantos, does your computer allow you to use P3D? I do like how you can use speech to go through the checklists in the flight.
With the yeah, P3D works absolutely fine, although the checklists and stuff only work with something like MCE.
S.
Flaps 2.
Right, there we go with our flaps.
Nick Cantos, Arinx uses this thing called radar contact. I don't really know what it does.
Yeah, that's an ATC add-on, which basically radar contact does the job of default ATC on here, but it does it better. So basically you can contact ATC and they'll give you clearance and stuff. Radar contact is about the only one that works 100% of the time, or at least, you know, relatively okay for us. Of course you have to add in ATC then. I don't do it as much because when I'm streaming and I've got chat and everything, I just prefer to make it a bit less stressful and just fly as I want to. But you can use something like that.
01588N-TV/S0211FT/MO 03487FTTR25.4
I'm just going to start bringing our speed back, I think, as well, to 125.
Speed set to 125 knots.
But yeah, you can also use multi-crew experience, which is the thing where you have your co-pilot and you can do checklists. Unfortunately, that can't actually land the plane for us, which is why I'm still using FSX Pilot. This flight's definitely been longer, I think.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. The thing I like about it is it tells you if there's any traffic in the area need to watch out for.
Radar contact,
Nick Cantos,
yeah.
for some reason,
AI.
I really enjoy listening to the sound of ATC. It's probably because I like the sound of radios, or what we call walkie-talkies.
Yeah, the radio frequencies. Yeah, I'd like to have that, because the radar contact thing, the thing that, I mean, the voices are kind of synthetic. Like, some of them kind of sound real. It doesn't quite sound like real ATC, but it's pretty close. I'd like to have
gear down.
Gear down.
Landing lights on.
And down we go towards the runway on our final descent. But yeah, I would like to have, like I say, an add-on where it pulls the nearest frequency. You know, like we're going into, say, Exeter now, it might pull Exeter Tower from like liveatc.net and just pull it and play it. And then, you know, when we touch down, it'll play Exeter Ground and stuff like that. And then, obviously, you know, the annoying thing is UK ATC is all blocked because of UK law. They don't let you listen to it on like liveatc.net or anything like they would in America. They don't let you.
S.
That's what we sound like from the ground, so obviously we're getting close.
36.8% RAM used, CPU 79.6%.
We're sticking around where we were pretty much, we're doing okay. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to I'll end the stream after this flight because I'm going to go and eat.
Alex Williamson's Blind Adventures. Have you listened to the game audio for Battlefield 3, Nick? Nick Cantos, I have noticed that UK law is very strict while in the US, it's generally more lax.
Yeah, that's usually the case on quite a few things, like the ATC and stuff. I mean, it really depends on the certain topic, but with aviation stuff, the UK tends to be on access to things like that. It's a bit more strict, which is annoying. But I don't really get why they block ATC. I mean, I don't see how it's going to cause any major issues. I mean, hijackers of aircraft aren't really going to be interested in listening to the ATC. Once you're on the plane, you're on the plane. I don't know. If anything, they don't want to be involved with ATC. They just want to take control and have that. You know, so I don't know. But there's obviously some reason in the eyes of the UK law. So there we go.
Nick Cantos, there is only one exception. Wizarding law.
Yeah.
1,000 yucksec. I think they're blocking due to the danger of terror.
Yeah, that's probably what the law is. It was created for. Yeah.
Uruk yucksec. You can surely track an aircraft to some extent with ATC.
Well, in the UK, I mean, you can track aircraft anyway without ATC just by using apps like Flight Radar, which gives you very precise information about exactly where an aircraft is. But it's just, I'd like to be able to listen into my local airport, which you can if you have like a radio or something that can pick it up, you know, just on pure radio signals, but no one is actually supposed to stream it over the internet.
500.
Right, 500 feet, and then we will be back in EGTE. We haven't done too bad actually, considering I didn't have any of the flight plans ready, and we'll have done 2 flights in about 2 hours from scratch. And we had to reload FSX because it buggered itself up with the crash. So we've done alright.
$100.
Here we go. Careful, FSX
50.
pilot, please. And we're down.
Nick Cantos, I am just kidding. If you read Harry Potter,
Yeah.
you know what I am talking
What
about.
is this? I wonder if we just
Alex
landed on
Williamson's
top of
Blind
an aircraft. What
Adventures.
is it doing?
Well, we're not allowed to disclose what frequencies we use in Civil Air Patrol for anybody.
We're like bouncing up and down. What is going on? Can we slow down, please? Thank you. That was a really weird landing. Very strange.
Heading set to a true heading of 76 degrees. Nice landing.
Yeah,
Shall I order a
it was.
cup of coffee,
It
sir?
didn't sound like it was stopping. I don't know if there was another aircraft or something on the runway. I have no idea. Anyway, whatever. It just kind of sounded like we were kind of going up and down, up and down.
World menu activate. Time go there and vote.
Right, where do we need
EGLC,
to be?
active. Parking 1 fuel.
Oh yeah, this is that weird thing where there's not really any proper gates at Exeter.
Microsoft.
Simulation unpaused.
Right,
Time
Alex
acceleration
Williamson's
is
Blind
Blind Adventures. I was just going to ask the same thing.
Yeah, that sounded very weird. I don't know what the landing was. It was like like going up and down. But I don't know if it hit something or what. Or anyway, yeah, very weird. Could have been that there was another aircraft on the runway. Because obviously we're not using ATC. But I don't actually know. I don't think it could have really been that because I don't have any, or I shouldn't have any AI. I have all that switched off. But I don't know. Right, let's go to Project Fly and just make sure that
Distance 0 nm. Out 1
we're all sorted with that.
Latitude 50. Launch minus network offline. Swap 12 rules. IF land minus 382.
It has a normal
Heading
landing
level minus
rate.
382. Heading graphic clickable export route icon. Clickable export complete flight button. Complete.
Complete flight.
View flight project flight.
So yeah, it didn't have I don't know.
Flight statistics. Pilot notes edit notes. Flight statistics.
Flight
Edit. Block
stats.
055.
So it was 55
Block 893.
minutes.
Status complete. Distance
Completed
139 nm. Fuel 819 kilograms. Landing minus 382 FTM.
Minus
Passenger
382.
74.
We had 74
Departure 1003.
passengers.
Arrival 1000. Heading level 3 pilot notes.
All looks
Flight
good.
landing events. Landing heading Declan Webster. Landing.
No, there was only
1000
one
time.
landing it
Minus
seems. Let me have
382
a look.
FTM.
Minus
Landing rate
382.
1.559.
1 point, yeah,
6 degrees.
6 degrees
0
pitch.
degrees. Roll 125 kts. Speed 1435.
Interesting.
Landing heading level 4.
Very interesting. I don't quite know what happened there.
Taskbar.
That was weird.
Auto.
Right, but we can get rid of FSX Pilot.
Microsoft.
We can also get rid of the sim because we've done with that. And yeah, I will.
Nick Cantos, I have seen a trend between Americans and Brits. British people are more open-minded in many ways compared to Americans.
Perhaps I don't know.
Menu.
It's probably all to do with lifestyle
Row 1,
and
column 1.
general things like
Profile,
that. And
list, edit scene, stop streaming button.
I don't know. I haven't met many Americans in person to be able to say. I know a lot of them over the internet, but I don't have many American kind of friends that I've met in person a lot. Anyway, that's pretty much the end. 2 successful flights. I don't know what happened on that second one with the
Alex
very
Williamson's
strange
Blind
landing,
Adventures.
but there we go.
Hey.
But that's what it is. It gave us a landing. It gave us a landing rate anyway, which was fine.
Nick Cantos, you should go visit the US.
Yeah, one day I will. I'm sure I will one day. It'll be it's something that that will be completely different. But you know, once I've finished with everything here in the UK that's necessary, then and I have time and things to do whatever, then we will see. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's stream. 2 relatively successful flights logged on Project Fly. All the usual ways you can contact
Alexander's Vorslavs, thank you for nice stream.
That's alright. I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. We had some good interaction in chat, as always, as we usually do here. And I will pretty much see you in the next video or stream. As I say, I don't have a schedule, so I don't know when it'll be, but YouTube should send a thing when I go live, or if you're on my Twitter, it'll go there. Right, I'll see you all next